Thank you so much for staying with us. The conversation continues, of course, about the issue of service chiefs. We will be analyzing the president's action so far and also be looking at the significance of the board appointment and the appointment of service chiefs. And to join us to have this conversation is Prince Adebola Adeniji Adele. Good morning, you're welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me this morning.
You're very welcome. All right, let's look at the actions that has been taken by President Tinubu just in the past 3 to 4 weeks of his inauguration into office. A lot of shaking up has happened, especially in the security apparatus of the country.
The area I was looking at is that not to appoint is the problem that I have. Is to appoint somebody who are selfless people. Somebody who are selfless in mind, that can take us from this wound where we were. Somebody that will look back, will not think himself first. He will look at the position given to him, because the way we are seeing people, immediately you have been appointed, you have been Lord on anybody, you have been the head of anybody, and their behaviors now change. So we are now looking at it that not that appointment is our problem, but somebody they are going to appoint that will do the job very diligently, that will took Nigeria first on his heart, and I will see that we have problem in this country. How are we going to solve it? Those are the people that we want the new government or the new president to select for us. By calling names does not matter. See, I thought immediately they have been announced, things will die down. Now we are seeing some kidnappings, some killings of villages, and no, that is not that the job given to you. Not that you sit down in the office, not that you be proclaiming that you wanted to be like lion to overrule or anybody. What we are saying is that it should be in action. That this job, they want me to succeed. That's why they put me here.
All right, let me excuse me. Let me come in here, because, like you said, you don't have issues with employment, right? I also don't have issues with employment, but where I feel a lot of Nigerians are kind of worried about is the fact that these individuals have been disengaged, right? They've lost their job. And of course, it's going to trickle down to the barest minimum. Those who are dependent on these individuals will be affected, aside from the fact that these individuals do not even have a source of income right now, so to speak. Now, looking at the fact that all of this has happened, and with the information available to me, considering our unemployment state in this country, as at 2022, we have it at about 37.7, which is extremely high, if you must say. And it is also estimated that in 2023 it's going to be hitting 40% point something, in 2023. Now, putting this side by side, now looking at the fact that the government have, over time been promising to bridge the gap of unemployment and even creating millions of employment. Now, what do you think will happen to these individuals who have been disengaged? Don't you think this will, one way or the other, be sabotaging the efforts of the government in all of these sectors?
Well, I want us to separate this morning. The employment and the service issues we are just appointing now, we will separate them, and we'll come back to it one after the other. Those the service issues, they have been in their department before they were appointment now. There are some of the service issues that their tenures has expired. They are supposed to have even leave, but consideringly that they are thinking that because of the president that is there, I wanted to go with him, or neither let me leave before you leave or leave after me. So those are the things that's there. But there seems that there are some service issues that they are worried. They are looking upon them, but they are not doing anything. Officially, possibility is that make them to relinquish or left them the hook of the power they are and put another person there. So let's see how those new ones are going to behave now from all the positions given to them. But I now look at them that there are some other agencies that were exceptional, who are not among of these dissolutions of this we are talking about. And Why? Because of the proactive they are.
EFCC.
No, not EFCC. The NDLA, Buba Marwa is performing very wonderfully. He's doing a very good job as a Nigerian. He's a patriotic person that stands on the fate of the position given to him. He was exonerated, and we are giving applaud every day, every morning for the job of hiding that he's doing, that where we don't even see that anything can happen and are coming to that place, and he's doing it. Oh, kudos to him. He is one I vouch for. Then there is another person that I was sad in mind. That is Oloyede from the JAM. That guy also is doing a very wonderful job. I don't know why they remove him now, because we know what happened of the person that was there before, which was, I think it's deceased in prison now, on the covers of the EFCC, trailing some questions of his performances when in the office there. So where it is then we see that the snake has swallowed money, the monkey has taken away money, but when he was there, there's nothing like that. I give him kudos too. So when we begin to mention some people who have done very well, I think is the among of them. They likewise the NAFDAC woman that are doing very good job. So come back to the unemployment. See, there is a history or story that he was trading on social media, which I believe it should not come up for anybody to see. The percentage of the money increased by all these politicians beyond reasonable doubt. And we are still saying that, as we mentioned now, that the numbers of the percentage of the unemployment that we have now is alarming. And you are still increasing above 100%, which is not, I thought, and I believe it's not so. So the position they are now, when the politicians are campaigning to the citizens of this country, they mention that they are going to put more employment, and they are going to employ some Nigerians who are qualified to the position they are filled. And I think this is the time they're supposed to have even started it. This is the time they have removed the subsidy, the time they wanted to increase the NEPA, the electricity. So this is the time they need, if they really wanted to kill Nigerians.
All right, some are of the opinion that the action being taken by the federal government is in a way of trying to, like people would say, a good turn deserves another, right? During this campaign, some of these his party faithfuls were just there to help him garner votes, to help him succeed in his ambition and all that. So this is just a way of trying to pay them back for the good they've done. And it's even in one of our papers this morning where it was read that how many thousands of jobs, about 2,000, you know, job vacancies are open to APC, you know. So we're not, you know, against that, and people out there, allegations out there are not, you know, really against that. But what they are trying to say is, why dissolve all of these people just in a bid of trying to bring your own people on board? Why not just take a look at these sectors? Because, of course, what he did was across board, talking about the parastatals of government, agencies of government, institutions of government, companies owned by government. It's across board, and it's really alarming because a lot of people will lose their job as a result of this action. But some are of the opinion, I don't know if you share that perspective as well, some are of the opinion that he would have at least looked at these sectors across board, look at those who are performing and those who are not performing, and now replace them with your own set of people than just doing a total dissolving of this.
Well, I agree with you.
Which to a great extent, when these people leave, because of course you've taken what brings bread on their table, how don't you think they would want to, don't you think, let's even put a human face to this, they will not feel happy for these actions taken by government, and of course they might just not want to leave it at that. They might want to do some other things just to truncate the effort of government, because of course they've been taken out of job.
All right, let's look at this way. There are parastatals truly, and there are boards that some government put on an appointment inks to. When Buhari was there, when Jonathan was there, when Yaradua was there, when Obasanjo was there, they did it to their own selfish interests.